Carrie Supple. I'm the project manager for the project YouthAct at the Citizenship Foundation.
The exciting thing about YouthAct is that it gives young people the opportunity to actually change something in their community. So it's not just about thinking about an issue that's important, it's actually going further and saying, what can we actually do to change a policy or a law relating to that issue, so that the change is ongoing, it's not short-lived.
YouthAct allows you to do something to do during the evenings when maybe you're sitting at home, and it also gives you a focus and you kind of feel like you've got a purpose.
How we started out in the first was a bunch of people coming together and just discussing. And I think YouthAct kind of like gave that kind of flavour to us, thinking, oh, we're young people, but we can also go and do something. And that training, I think, provided the young people with that kind of idea that we could do a campaign. So I think YouthAct training done a lot for the group.
Groups of young people apply to YouthAct with a supportive adult, and what they get when they join YouthAct is a series of training sessions, and often hopefully including a residential. And in the training they learn about all forms of advocacy and lobbying and campaigning and getting your voice heard in the media. And we invite in local politicians and other youth groups who've led successful campaigns and previous years of YouthAct groups to help and inspire the new groups.
Being involved with YouthAct, it provided me with the knowledge as a citizen that I have a right and the ability to make a change which I feel will benefit other individuals.
Anti-Bullying Massive.
I'm Jarrell. I'm in ABM, which stands for Anti-Bullying Massive, and we are part of the inaugural YouthAct project last year. Now, YouthAct has helped us tremendously, especially me, because I'm normally a very disorganised person. But YouthAct taught us that we need to be organised if we're to carry out projects like this. We had to realise that there was a method and a process to everything. And we often get criticism from certain sectors of our school. But when people do criticise us, I'm able to say to them, look, we put a lot of time and effort into them, and regardless of what they say, we know we're a successful project, and a lot of that is down to YouthAct.
I said take it slow, girl, give it time to flow. From a seed to a flower you'll grow. Someone that sees on the street, no sunshine but always heat, and lives are lost at every heartbeat. I said take it slow, girl, give it time to flow. From a seed to a flower you'll grow.
One of the quotes that we use on the promotional material for YouthAct is one by Margaret Mead, the social anthropologist, who said, "Never doubt that a small group of people can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has."
I love you. I love you.
We just had a group from Stonebridge Road in Tottenham who already existed as a group. They already knew how they wanted to improve their estate, and YouthAct gave them training and acted as a boost and facilitated their organisation of a day where they lobbied the council and other people with influence.
When you actually see positive young people stand together and try and talk about their issues and saying that they want to make a change, it's going to make people listen.
Got quite a bit from YouthAct. They taught us how to go around things the right way. Like we were saying that we wanted to get lightings put up, and we was going to just write a letter to councillors and tell them we want a lightings put up. But YouthAct told us, no, how about doing a survey first around the estate? So we done a survey and we found out what our results were, and then we wrote the letter along with the survey that we did.
I think it's an excellent event. I think I'm really proud of the youth on the estate of taking initiative and actually coming to the adults, you might say, coming to the local authority, coming to the establishment and actually making demands, which is their right.
I think my son Gary joined this youth project about 6 months ago. It's been a really good thing for him to do other than hanging around on the streets. And it's good for the community, actually. He's helping the community. It's not just children of his age group, but other children. So at the end of the day, I think it's a positive role for him.
And the day that they've done today has just been so successful. I think the councillors and the parents and the community members and everyone that came along to watch them was really impressed with what they had to say. And that's all just been a result of coming through YouthAct and coming through that process and learning of all the different types of research that we could be doing.
With nothing to do with their housing estate and nearby leisure facilities too expensive to be used regularly,
Antisocial behaviour and crime were rising steeply in an area of London where our next group lived.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
As a direct response to their actions, improvements have been made in street lighting, in waste collection services, and misuse of facilities on the estate is now at an all-time low. The community now has pride in itself, and many more young people have decided to join this project.
The aims of our YouthAct project is to reduce mobile phone theft. It seems as though kids don't trust the police, trying to stop that.
The petition we want people to sign is about the awareness of having mobile phones on the street and what young people can do in order so their phones won't get stolen.
What I've found is that young people are very, very conscientious. They have a very keen sense of justice, but also at the same time they often feel powerless. And what this project has done for the group of young people that I've worked with, it's given them a purpose, it's given them a bit of power, it's also given them an edge so they can communicate how they feel about things. And for me as an adult to be able to facilitate that has been very, very rewarding, so I'd encourage other adults to do the same thing.
What I really like about YouthAct is it gives me the opportunity to meet young people who genuinely want to make a difference in their community. Too often young people are accused of being disengaged and disinterested in what goes on around them, and I feel that YouthAct proves that theory wrong.
My name is Artemis Carter. I work for Street Law. I'm a senior program director, which means now I sit in the office and kind of do a little paperwork every now and then. But my original job was director of training and technical assistance, which meant I went out and I did a lot of our youth-based trainings in Washington, D.C. and throughout the U.S.
We are very, very glad to be here in London.